Tubes. How's it going, everyone? Yeah, thanks for being here. So nice little cover of that one by 3 Days Grace. It's one of my favourite covers. Although there's a lot of really good covers out there, so it's a long list. Yeah, like I said, thanks for being here. We're going to continue on with the Casey stuff. Looks like my audio and everything's working today, which is lovely. So g'day to Evil Little Big Nuggets and Jose Aguirta and Eel Reeg, the legendary Owl. Hi, sir. J-Rob, Dr. Cunt, Slash, Pussy Destroyer, Tracy Hamill, La Senorita, Radical, Polynomial Purebred. I hope I got it right this time. Alison Marie Armstrong, Drive 137, Guru, Crago, 8 Inches Cock, Drive 137. Oh, cool, it all jumped around, that's awesome. La Senorita, Pussy Destroyer. Who did I miss? Brandy B, Fred Casa. And Brandy, I'm so sorry. I'm going to write you during the stream before I forget so we can figure out when we are finishing off our stream. I've been very slack there. John Ryan, Jeff Horбачuk, NCA 87, Tay Driver, Alivra, that's a new name. Hello, Alivra. Logan W, AsburyBrad, and speaking of AsburyBrad, thank you for tonight's stream art. Lorne with his girlfriend looking very pleased with himself. Cool, I think I got everyone. Apologies if I missed you. Tay Driver, hello. Knee Nibble, Bud Roscoe, Private Dinks, CC, Spencer Silvera. Cool. And good, I did get it right. Polynomial Purebred. That's great. All right, guys. Look, let's just go straight into it. So we are up to episode 44. Then I think we can get through maybe 3 or 4 Casey eps tonight, and which is good because these are some really good ones. I mean, they're all good, but these are top shelf. G'day Danforth, Anchors, and Witchert.
What's the sex talk?
Just telling about the female anatomy and
Like
the male anatomy and the babies are made, and you know, and what happens when the seed and
You didn't know how
The
babies were
seed?
made till you were 19?
I knew how babies were made.
Like, this guy is the oldest 50-year-old on the planet. The fucking seed. I mean, could you... I try to imagine Lorne in, normal situations because I do think it's hilarious. Like, if he was on an actual date with an actual real person, an actual real adult. And just, like, could you imagine this kind of stuff? Like, where do you want my seed? Like, what the fuck, man? He's so weird.
So what's the
But
sex
it's
talk?
like,
Give it to me.
just
Pretend I'm a virgin.
oh God. He told me about the female anatomy. He told me about
Give it-
female
So
anatomy.
just pretend Casey is you, Lorne, and then you can explain it to her like she's a virgin. And g'day, MC Ride and Trento Gwyn, who, a shout out to your son in my Australian accent. Well, that's the only accent I can do, so shout out Caleb. G'day, Smokey the Cat. And Dan's Jeans. Good to see you, Dan's Jeans. Metro State Tactical Ice Cream Truck. Hello to you. Moton G. And Lorne's Wet Salad. I wish I could fix up trailers like Lorne. I don't have the skills, that is true. And g'day Constantin and one of those weirdos.
You like you're telling me.
I am not going to do that.
Giving me the sex talk. Let's hear it.
It's
And g'day Mandy S.
embarrassing for me.
Well, let's do it. Get it over
Hello.
with then. Hello.
It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing for me.
Oh, it's
That's okay, I don't
embarrassing.
mind.
Oh, no, you don't mind because it's not you that's giving it.
G'day, April and Pedro and Silver Turtle Lady. And like, he's embarrassed by this. Out of all the stuff that he has done, how is this embarrassing to him? Like, you know, he doesn't want to give the sex talk because he might be getting, recorded now to go online. I mean, currently online is like a ridiculous number of pictures of his sad little penis is all of his chat log in every different kind of version you can think of it. Is all of the information about everything he did with Kayla. A variety of information of what he's done with, or at least tried to do with other kids. Is pictures of his fucking asshole. Is every call he's probably had outside of calls for probation since he left prison. Yet he is embarrassed for that this would go up. I mean, this would be if this is this is recorded and is on YouTube, but it is probably the least embarrassing thing that. And if you went into it, if you went to explain to her, how women have multiple clits and all that kind of shit, that would still be less embarrassing than anything else that's on there. It's incredible what you're embarrassed by. And g'day, Cornhole Three-Way.
Of course you
So tell
don't
me
mind.
about it.
Why do you want me to give you the sex talk?
Want to hear the sex talk?
Why?
I've never heard it
Casey,
from a guy's
I'm
perspective.
shy.
I'm curious.
Casey,
Casey.
All right, go ahead.
I don't feel comfortable.
That sucks.
Wow.
Well, come in, I'll give you the sex talk.
No, just give it to me now.
No, I don't feel comfortable.
Okay. Whatever, fine.
Did you say bye?
I said whatever, fine.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I get really shy on some stuff now, and it's because of the crap that they did with that Church of God bullshit.
Oh, fucking hell.
Mhm.
Always someone else's fault.
There are some things that don't feel comfortable. It makes me feel uncomfortable.
Well, I was just trying to have fun. Sorry.
Well, I know, but if you're right here face to face with me, then I'd be fine. But I hate what they did.
We hate what you did.
It affected me quite a bit.
And g'day, Stumble, Repent, Repeat.
And it sucks because I want to be able to talk to you right out straight and about everything, and not have moments like this where I feel like that.
Yeah. So you don't trust me, is what you're saying, basically.
I trust you. It's just
Is
I've
this
been
like
through
when
this
we got mad when I was in the car?
it's just that I've been through this whole same thing before, and the same questions, and it makes me feel so uncomfortable.
Okay.
I know you probably don't understand, but why would you want me to give you the sex talk anyway?
Because I thought it'd be funny. I want to hear it.
Well, when you come see me, I'll give it to you.
Oh,
Nah.
gross.
I want it right now. Funny, like in the
And,
moment, you know?
You know, like this could have been funny. Like if he wasn't such a fucking half-wit. Like, yes, he doesn't really know what he's talking about, so I was embarrassed of that. But like, he could have seemed like, well, Casey, when a man and a woman, of age, love each other very much. Like, could have just done something funny like that, and could have all moved on here. But like, this is just pathetic. G'day, Zachy. And DJ
Now
Payne
the
One, I can't
moment's
we'll
remember.
find the
gone.
moment.
I said hello to you.
You ruined
We'll
it.
find the moment.
Moment's gone.
Well, we'll find the
Nope.
moment when you're here.
No thanks.
We'll find the moment. We'll find the moment when you're here.
No, moment's gone. Bye, moment.
Bye, moment.
Gone now.
We'll find the moment when you're here.
Yeah,
I really
you
wish
can't say no.
I really wish I could get you to understand how I feel about with that.
Right, because you've been catfished, and I'm a catfish, apparently.
I didn't say that. It's just I
Implied.
get really uncomfortable. I get really uncomfortable with the questions like that. It's
Okay, then
I
don't
know I
give me the
shouldn't.
sex talk. I thought it'd be fun.
Well, it would be fun.
Yeah, it'd be
You-
fun. Just talking.
I'll give you the sex talk. Just do it right now.
Okay.
Oh God, Jesus! I get so shy with shit like that. That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
You never had much talk about sex in your house growing up?
No, I learned in school. We had like sex ed.
No, we didn't. We didn't. They were even shy about bringing it into school. They talked about it. They wound up not bringing it
Everyone's
in.
just shy. Everyone's uncomfortable and talking about it.
Well, they were. It was a big topic of whether or not to bring sex ed into the school.
Oh. That's why men suck.
Like, and he talks about this as if like it was some big topic that was discussed with, like him and the student body, like as if Lorne was on like the fucking student advisory board or some shit. Like, well, we need you in there, Lorne, because as our best ever basketball player, you really represent what the sports and the jocks think. So, what do you think about sex ed? Should we bring it in? Fucking idiot! It's had nothing to do with you. G'day, Page Master and Department of Redundancy Department, and Lulu Bop 19 and Dubsy CC. Hello to you all.
Well, no, there weren't too many states ahead of it. Sex ed
Everyone's
in
a
school.
baby. Can't talk about sex.
There wasn't too many states that did have sex ed in school then.
Okay.
In the whole United States.
All right.
They were worried about.
Okay.
They were worried about what kids would do.
Mhm.
They were concerned that kids would go out and
Yeah.
have more sex
Right.
and wind up with more pregnant teenagers.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Oh shit. What about in New Jersey? They didn't have any fear of teenage girls becoming pregnant.
No, we learned it in school.
Well, yeah, but
So they taught us
it
that
wasn't.
in sex ed. Sex ed's not like, they don't like tell you how to have sex. They tell you how to have safe sex.
Exactly. So
Right.
that wouldn't bring up the thought of, okay, now we know how to have safe sex, so we can have more sex.
Safely.
I love that this is the way he thinks that, sex ed around the world is basically just like teaching kids how like different positions and stuff, like, oh, that's how you do it. Oh, awesome. Now let's all fuck each other. Like, I don't know the way his brain thinks. And g'day, Smoke Daddy and Sean McClure and Squeak. G'day, Squeak. Yeah, g'day guys. G'day guys.
Safely. And still become pregnant.
Yeah. Not if you're safe.
Condoms are not 100%,
Yeah, they're like 99%.
but that's not 100.
Well,
There's always that
ain't nothing's
1%.
100.
That's right.
All right.
Well, you weren't so concerned about how, unsafe condoms were when you brought them, to go and fuck your 13-year-old girlfriend, Lorne. Like, so has this only been a concern about the safety of condoms that's come on in, your later years?
I'll just never have sex again.
Well, no, don't go that far.
I don't go that far. I don't want to be unsafe.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, I'll get a vasectomy then.
Oh, fucking hell.
Then you don't have to worry about it. What, you don't want me to get a vasectomy?
What's that?
Honestly, not that I think there's any danger of you having sex with anyone, so, an unwanted pregnancy being an issue, but just to be on the safe side, I think you should have been forced to have a vasectomy. The last thing the world needs is another Lorne. You like how I say the word condom, Cyber Squeak. I didn't realise I said it weird.
Snipped. So you can't have
what?
kids.
What does that mean?
Tubes inside of him.
Oh, here we go.
Really small tubes inside of his nutsack.
Nutsack.
Huh?
I'm confused.
You never heard of a vasectomy?
No. You snip tubes?
Yeah, you snip the tubes.
I'm sorry.
You really never heard of it?
Are you getting uncomfortable? Should we stop?
Oh, well, no, I'm fine. Smart ass. You've really never heard of a vasectomy before?
No, I said no, I haven't.
Where a guy gets his tube snipped in his nutsack?
No, I didn't know that's what it was.
I thought he was going to say his tube's tight.
And Paul got one, my brother. He wanted to make sure he never had any more kids. He had two.
Cool.
He said he thought, well, they thought they were going to have another one. Then his wife wound up not being pregnant. It was just a false alarm. So Paul got his vasectomy
If you
done.
get it done after you think she's pregnant, doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose?
Yeah, it does. But
The Armstrong boys aren't that bright.
if you get it done after you have the last kid that you want, then you don't have to worry about having any more kids.
How do you have kids?
He's sneaky. Oh,
No.
he's so sneaky. Guy sticks the penis in the vagina.
When Mr. Penis meets Miss Vagina.
That's it. You just put it in there.
And, he's more than happy to, explain sex to children. But, when he's talking to an adult, he's all bashful about it.
I feel uncomfortable. I really do.
All right, then stop. Jesus.
If only you were here, I'd be fine. I'd still get red in the face, but
You're 50, you motherfucker.
do you not like that I get uncomfortable with it?
It's just weird. It's so weird.
Hello?
Hello.
There you are. All right.
I can hear you. I'm just
No.
sitting here.
Do you not like that I get uncomfortable with it?
Right.
Casey, I don't want to be uncomfortable with it. I'm talking about it with you.
Okay.
G'day, Jerry Anthony, and who's Brittany?
it's just really difficult for me over the phone.
That's what you said.
And that's what I said, but do you understand it?
Oh, God.
Mhm.
I'd love to have phone sex with you, but even that would be difficult.
Well, I'm not asking for that. I just wanted the sex talk.
No, I know, but the whole thing is difficult for me right now.
Okay.
It sucks. It really sucks. As far as like I used to be, I just blur it right out and not have a problem.
Okay.
Did I tell you that Jamie called me today?
Ooh, a nice little cliffhanger. So straight on to episode 45.
Did I tell you that Jamie called me today?
Yeah, you said she did. What'd she want?
Oh God, she was drunk.
Oh, God.
She drank last night and was drinking.
And g'day to Kathy Mack. And one of those weirdos, I missed your message. Feel free to feel free to do it again.
All morning too. She wanted me back. I told her no.
Aw.
G'day Rachel D and Stacey Steele.
What do you mean, aw?
Poor girl.
What do you mean, poor girl?
Said she was drunk calling you in the morning.
Oh no, yeah, but
That's
I
not
wouldn't think you'd
funny.
be rooting. I wouldn't think you'd be rooting her on to get me back.
I feel bad for her.
I feel bad for her too.
Being drunk.
I feel bad for her too. I feel really bad for her. You know, she's such a nice girl. She just.
No, you were like laughing a second ago.
Well,
It sounded like so.
She's a woman, Lorne.
Well, it's
Girl.
just because she's. Oh God.
Oh, God.
She was drunk and she told me she missed us and wanted us back. I told her no. I said, it's not going to happen.
Oh yeah.
Then all of a sudden she blurred out, yelled for Will to come in the room. Well, she didn't yell. She can't yell. But instead she claps her hands to get Will's attention, get him in the room.
Who?
They're living, Will, her friend Will, they're living in the same house with Jamie's ex-girlfriend. They're friends.
Oh, okay,
They're
cool.
just friends. But she clapped to get Will to come into a room, and Will come in, and she has Will's phone for the talking device. That's what she uses for her talking device.
Mhm.
So she typed it out on Will's phone and told Will that me and her were back together. And I'm like, Jamie, why are you telling Will that? I said, I told you no. Will says, oh, great. Gonna have another round of this, huh? I said, Jamie, tell him it's not true. Then she upgraded it to we were getting engaged. And he's
Oh, sleep well, Smokey the cat. Thanks for being here, and I'll watch out for those ruse.
said, oh, God. She said, am I the best man? I said, Jamie, why are you saying this stuff to him? I said, I told you no.
I told you no.
Then Will left, and she started crying, and I really felt bad then.
fascinating.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very odd. It's very, very odd. I just want to get away from that. She's such a nice person. Oh, and she was mean to me for quite a while. Not today, but when we were together. She was mean to me for quite a while. And she told me today why she was mean to me for so long. And
Why is that?
Because of the way that Winnie acted. Winnie acted mean.
Who's that?
Winnie is the one that portrayed you.
Oh, yeah. I haven't listened to those yet.
It's like, it is so funny how ridiculous all this has been and unbelievable, but it's even funnier when he, he discusses it. He discusses it like how do the words come out of his mouth saying, when she was playing you, and he not go, oh shit, oh no, I get it now. G'day, James Sanders.
Yeah. Winnie acted mean to me. And
When she was
said that
pretending to be mean, was she mean?
Oh yeah, yeah. There were times when she was then too.
When she was what?
There were times when she was mean then too. When she was trained you. Jamie told me. She said, "You accepted it from Winnie, so I thought you liked it." I said, "Jamie, that's why I don't like Winnie." She said, "I didn't know. I want us back together."
Why are you mocking her?
This is so ridiculous.
Well, just so you know what she sounded like.
I thought she doesn't have
mocking. I'm not mocking her in a bad way.
Oh,
so it sounded like you were.
It's a good mocking, guys. Like, it's just one of those, mocking in a good way.
No. It bothers me that because I know how she feels.
Mm-hmm.
And g'day, Trill Cosby.
So, what are Sue and Roy doing today? Or what did they do?
They actually went over to Mom's and met Mom. Sue met Mom, and Mom taught her how to play some card game. And I guess Aunt Charlene and Aunt Shirley are going over to Mom's to play cards tomorrow. Sue's going to go over and play cards with them.
What a fun vacation.
Huh?
I said, what a fun vacation.
Well, she's 62. She's 62, and Roy don't have his license, and he doesn't have a vehicle. And she knew that coming down here.
I guess she did.
She knew all that. So, but she loves Maine. She loves Maine too. So, I can see those two getting married.
Haven't they known each other for like 3 weeks?
Yeah.
And you can see them getting married.
I can, because they're so much alike in so many ways. And
How so?
It's just, but well, the way that she loves animals, he loves animals the same way. The way that he's a country boy, she's a country girl. The way that they love affection, they both love affection the same way. They love cuddling up with each other.
So they both like animals.
They like animals and affection. Wow, two really unique souls that managed to find each other in this world.
They both like affection. The match made in heaven.
You make it sound.
And g'day, the guy that asked where is Basby?
Sounds so simple. There's more to it than that. If you could see them together, then you'd see that. I can see that Roy is so much happier being around her than he has been.
And that's a good point, Slash. They are not country boys. These they're like lipstick country boys.
Last couple of years.
G'day, Viper GTS.
Last couple of years, he's just been drunk. And with her, he drank 3 beers one day with Elton. before she got here. And then he's since he's met her, he's pretty much been concentrating on her.
Well, I hope so, since she flew down here. There.
Yeah. And she's a pretty nice person.
Yeah.
She bought Mom some flowers today and brought them over to her.
She's got the old Lorne seal of approval.
And Mom's got them on her table.
Oh, g'day, SJB Dweller. I am having a great day. Hope you are too.
And Mom gave me hell for inviting her down here.
Right.
Gave me hell before for inviting her down here. So and now I told Mom, I said, see, I said, here you are giving me hell for inviting her down here. And I said, and you meet her and you see that she's a nice person. She said, yeah, but it's dangerous. And she said, it's dangerous. I said, I know it's dangerous, but it's more dangerous for her than it is for us.
How's it more dangerous for her?
That's
a woman.
That's an interesting little admission there, Lorne. Because she's a woman, it's more dangerous for her to come and be in the vicinity of you and Roy. That's a really interesting little admission there.
What does that mean?
It means because because females are more apt to be attacked than a man is.
So are you going to attack
Yeah,
her?
but I mean, so you're saying you and Roy would attack her?
No, hell no.
Okay.
No, us Armstrong boys.
Yeah,
protect
you
women.
Armstrong boys. Move fast.
The Armstrong
women.
boys.
No, we don't attack women. No, we don't hit women. We don't do that. That's a big no-no.
I don't do
Raised by Mom, so.
And Dale.
What? What is?
Raised by Mom, so that's a big no-no. Raised by Mom, so.
Is he again saying I was raised by my mum there? Like fuck, and look, he acts like as if it's. I mean, he is not. He is a danger to women, but the whole basically like being respectful to women, like he talks about it as if that's something unique to just the Armstrong clan. Like everyone else is just a fucking danger, but those two are just they know not to hurt women. Like yeah, Lord, so do most people that aren't fucking assholes like you. And g'day to Michael Amend and TKTK 101 and Voice to Voice.
Dale.
Yeah, and partly Dale.
Partly.
No, actually, no, Dale.
Well, you make it. You've done it multiple times now.
I guess I'm kind of. I'm. Okay,
You
you'll
said
understand more when I tell you.
You were 9, you were an adult.
I'm kind of upset with Dale.
Why?
And I have been for a long time. I've been upset with Dale.
For what?
Because growing up, he was the only dad I knew.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Yet all we hear when it suits you is that you're raised by mum, you didn't have a father and that. Like, Dale was around pretty much your whole life, or like at least your whole childhood. Like, g'day Cornville 87 and Kobe 1 Kenobi.
And
that made you mad?
No, that didn't make me mad. What made me mad was him and Mom were together for 27 years. And Roy and his first wife got divorced.
Mm-hmm.
And she started hitting on Dale. Well, she was hitting on a lot of the elderly guys in the town. And she actually took one guy away from his wife that they were together for 20 years. And he became intelligent and got away from her. Her name was Kathy. And he went back to his wife.
Became intelligent.
Well, then Kathy started hitting on Dale. And the whole time since Dale's known Kathy, he's always called her stupid. Because she was just stupid.
Oh, sorry. Where was it up to?
So Mom's got them on her table before she got here. And since he's met her, he's pretty much been concentrating.
What does that mean?
I've lost the place.
We don't hit women. We don't. Okay,
You
you'll
said
understand more when I tell you.
you were 9.
I'm together for 27 years. That didn't make me mad. What made me mad was him and Mom
And yeah, that's right, Eel. I'm sure Dale is losing sleep that his pedo son-in-law is upset with him.
were together for 27 years. And Roy and his first wife got divorced.
Mm-hmm.
And she started hitting on Dale. Well, she was hitting on a lot of the elderly guys in the town. And she actually took one guy away from his wife that they were together for 20 years. And he became intelligent and got away from her. Her name was Kathy.
Intelligent.
And he went back to his wife. Then Kathy started hitting on Dale. And the whole time since Dale's known Kathy, he's always called her stupid. Because she was just stupid. The way she acted and everything. Just stupid.
Well, you're well placed to recognise stupidity. And g'day, Zabrin. I hope the bar trivia was fun. And Ellis Marie Armstrong asked, did Dale just leave Gwen or did he die? No, he didn't die. Dale's still alive. He left. Dale left Gwen like after 27 years when Lorne was like fucking in his 30s to go with Roy's ex-wife. They're a special family.
Well, Dale would go for walks around the block, and it's a big block. It's like the total would be about 4-mile walk. Well, he'd have to walk by the road that she lived on. So she would wait down the end of the road for him to come up by her driveway, and then she'd walk with him. And the whole time they were walking, she'd be hitting on him. And she'd have him go up and fix the roof on her house and do stuff up there to fix stuff for her, because Dale would do it because, it was Roy's ex-wife, and he felt bad for her because she didn't have anybody else to help her.
And like this is classic Lorne, and to be fair, probably a lot of people do this, but like this is Lorne to a T. Like, firstly, he'd have no idea what they were talking about. Like, it's not like he was there when there, but the whole thing is Kathy's fault. Like, everything into Lorne is always the woman's fault. So obviously, I'm assuming they did flirt and whatever. I mean, given the fact that Dale ended up leaving his wife to go with her, I mean, that just didn't happen one day. But it's all Kathy's fault. Like, she would wait for him and, flirt with him, and then he would just be going over to fix her house because that was the nice thing to do because, she was Roy's partner and, she would be hitting on him then. Like Dale would be a willing participant. Like, he is equally as at fault, if not more, given he was the one in the relationship. Or I guess she was in a relationship too, but it is like it is both their like fault or whatever you want to say, but Law's just like, fucking Kathy, pucking her ass at fucking Dale.
So the whole time that Dale was there fixing stuff, she'd be hitting on him. So Mom wound up finding a receipt for a bottle of wine. She was doing laundry. Dale's pants.
G'day, Omega Heber. Cody Viz.
And she asked Dale about them. And that's when Dale told her that he had an affair with Kathy. And
g'day, Vexy.
Wow.
And Mom and Dale split up. And when Ralph walked in, and it was just Mom and Dale and Ralph in the house.
Ralph in the house.
Mom said that.
Ralph in the house. G'day, Catchy.
So, Ralph asked what was going on. She told Ralph, she said, Dale cheated on me with Kathy. And Ralph looked at Dale and said, if you weren't so old, I'd fucking punch you. And Dale said, I thought you'd feel that way. Well, Ralph named his first kid's middle name is named after Dale. And so Dale told Ralph, he said, your mother needs to figure out what she's going to do. And Ralph told Dale, he said, she's not going anywhere. She said, if anybody's going to leave this house, it's going to be you. So Dale went upstairs, packed his bag, and went and rented an apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Till Mom got to the position where she could move out. And Dale was still he was still good to Mom. And Mom was really the only one that Dale would talk to about anything, and about the way he felt and everything. And he was good to her. So when they split up, he gave her some land and stuff because he owned a lot of land. He gave her some land, stuff like that.
Oh, that's nice of him.
It was. He's
G'day, Grilla Spawn.
to this day I still love him.
Well,
You know,
so they were together until you were 27.
Holy fuck. So,
What's the matter?
Just get tired talking about it.
until he was
Okay.
30. Lorne, you were 30 when they broke up, you fucking moron. Like, this doesn't impact you. Like, if he left your mum when you are 30, the only person it impacts is your mum. It has no impact on you. You had been an adult for 12 fucking years at the point that he left. Like, fair enough, you'd be pissed and take your mum's side or whatever, but fucking crying and trying to act like this had some impact on you. You're 30. You're fucking 30. You are such a fucking idiot.
It does. It bothers me.
Oh,
It still bothers me.
here's the waterworks.
Mm-hmm. What part of it?
Never thought he'd leave us.
Leave you? He didn't leave you. He left your mum. Like, and do not get me wrong. I am not making light of, family breakups or anything like that. Like, not in the slightest. And I mean, contrary to what Lorne says most of the time when he's trying to use it to his advantage, I think Dale was a father figure to him, and much more of a father figure than Lorne gives him credit for when Lorne's trying to play the sympathy card about, being raised by his mom. If Lorne was still a child when Dale left, absolutely, he should be upset about that. That should affect him. But not when he's fucking 30. Like, that is craziness. That is just trying to use someone else's poor situation, in this case his mum, to his advantage. He is such a leech. Everything he can, he will suck out of people.
Mm-hmm.
And, he'll always try to, be like such a, reckons he loves his mum and all this kind of stuff, protects his mum. He is aware there's a fair chance he is being recorded. I mean, so much so, he couldn't dare give the sex talk as a joke to Casey because, hey, he might be getting recorded. But within the same call, or slightly the next call, I'm pretty sure it's still the same call, he is happy to, relay all of her business about, being cheated on, being broke up with and all this kind of stuff. But, oh God, couldn't possibly tell a funny thing like, sex ed class. Like, get fucked. Hey, g'day, Laura Lisa.
He really meant everything to me. That's why I'm still mad at him today.
Oh, Lord.
Last time I went down and saw him, it was about 5 or 6 years ago.
Are you proud of your boy?
Him and Kathy got married and they had 2 kids.
Kathy, Roy's wife.
Roy's ex-wife.
Oh, so it had a happy ending.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. But see, like, and this is the thing with Lorne. I mean, how many calls have we heard where, Dale wasn't really around, like, Dale wasn't a father to him outside of, taught him how to hunt and how to fucking make a garden or some shit. Like, basically, Dale's a piece of shit. I didn't have a father. This is part of the reason why, I did the things I did, all this kind of shit. But then when it suits him to be upset about the breakup between Dale and his mum, he's oh, it really affected me. I loved him so much. Get fucked.
For Dale.
For Dale, I don't know. I'm not so exactly so sure it was a happy ending for Dale either.
Why? What happened with that?
Dale thinks 100% that it's his kids, but other people have questioned it.
And g'day, Lorne's only working long.
Because Dale's brother Colby lost his marbles a long time ago, and I mean he talked to himself. He actually Colby had 8 kids. He was married and had 8 kids, and one day he just lost it.
What does this have to do with anything?
He went in the house and he went home from work in the middle of the day and went to his house and grabbed his gun and told his whole family to get out. The cops were called and everything and got Colby out of the house. They tried to get him some help, but it didn't do any good. But he wound up using all the money that he had, selling everything that he had, living in the woods and everything. We had a field across the road that.
What is going on? How does this have anything to do with the story he was saying about Dale leaving his mum? Like, how did we get here?
Well, a chicken house that Grampy built. And we had that across the road in the field. We told Mom and Dale told Colby that he could stay in that. Mom would bring Colby over meals and everything. And so for a long time, actually right up till the day he died, he lived across the road in the field. But he'd help Dale with stuff, and he'd do some things around the town for some people for a little bit of money, and just to help them. But some people in the town seem to think that they might be Colby's kids.
What? Who cares? Who cares?
So, who knows?
Oh wow! All right, on to 46.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, baby.
Hello.
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 Oh fuck's sake!
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, I'm an island boy. I'm an island boy. Okay. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh.
G'day, sorry. G'day, I died by myself, and Honest, and Chloe needs a cocktail, and Mary on the Prairie. And great, that was really a lot of fun on the stream with Wes and Slothcat yesterday, Honest. Good stuff. Really enjoyed it.
I wonder if something to do with that phone. Maybe that other phone's not working right.
Yeah, I don't think it is, dumbass bitch.
What?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, what's up?
I just didn't understand what you said.
Oh.
When I talk to Ashley tomorrow, I'm going to mention it to her that I want some specific questions put on the polygraph on August 4th.
Can you do that?
I don't know. But that's one way that I can get it in writing. But I got to talk. That's why I want. That's why when I tell you that there's things that I won't say over text, there's a reason why I say that, because I need to talk to only Ashley so that nobody else from probation reads my text. Because anybody from probation can read my text.
Won't they know when you say it to her?
They won't know right off the bat.
Can you turn your TV off? Because it sounds like there's someone at your trailer.
There is. There's Roscoe, Sadie, me, Minnie.
Okay, yeah.
In the TV.
Yep.
Hilarious.
Isn't she not your probation officer anymore, though?
She still is right now, but they're in transition between her and Mitchell, but Ashley's the one that I can still call right now. She's still my probation officer right now.
Lucky her.
And so
And,
might,
I mean, won't the guy administering the test know the questions already, too?
I don't know. But if probation tells them that they want those specific questions on the test, then he'll have to put them on the test because it's something that probation be requesting.
And g'day, the Codfather. Glad you could catch a stream.
Yeah, but you can't have surprise questions on a polygraph.
Can't have the what?
Oh,
You can't have surprise questions on a polygraph. It's not like a pop quiz for the guy.
Yeah, no, it's not a pop quiz for the guy. If probation tells them that they want these specific questions on the polygraph, then he'll have to ask them. Because it would be
so what questions?
It would be requested by probation. The one about the 9-year-old girl, and the other one there. Hang on, I'm getting that.
G'day, Scratch Music and Media, who asks, is the Casey saga over now that we've hit 87? I'm not exactly sure. I think potentially, because I know Blue Boy had said that basically he wanted to make 87 the last, so that's why he was basically like cutting them up in different amounts to get there. But it did say to be continued, I thought, or something to that effect. So gives me hope that there is more. G'day, the Lorne Identity. Great to see you, mate.
The one about searching for media involving minors for sexual stimulation.
Well, that's the question you failed, and the answer was the media you were looking at was the 9-year-old girl on the television. That's the media.
That's that question. Why did you get it listed twice?
Where is it listed twice?
It says right here, searching for media involving minors for sexual stimulation. And
that's all one question.
He acknowledged having sexual fantasies about a 9-year-old girl who was on TV and sings the national anthem wearing a short dress.
Yeah, that was your answer when you failed, because you failed the question, have you seen media about, underage girls or something? What was the question again?
It was Mr. Armstrong failed the polygraph test about accessing the internet to searching for media involving minors for sexual stimulation.
Yeah, that's searching for media. You found a video of a 9-year-old girl on the television. That was your explanation.
No, it says Mr. Armstrong failed the polygraph test about accessing the internet, searching for media involving minors for sexual stimulation.
Right.
Then there was another another thing he said.
You understand how that's two separate things, right? Accessing the internet, media, and the other thing. It's all in one question.
But regardless of the whole thing, I never went to search for media involving minors for any sexual stimulation.
Okay, you're taking it like very, very literally, like you are searching like a scavenger hunt. But they said they're asking if you saw any sort of media, whether that be you Googled it, you saw it on the TV, or anything else, and you were aroused by it.
Oh, that didn't happen either.
Well, then why did you say it did?
Why did I say it did?
G'day, Julia Weingartner and Philip Waller. And like he always thinks he's fucking Columbo or some shit where, he's found a get out of jail clause, or he's found a loophole or some shit. Like, so I didn't search the internet for it. Like that's not what they're saying. They're saying that, you were aroused by media of children that you came across. And in this respect, they're talking about the fucking child singing the national anthem. But it was the same thing he did even right back when he was arrested, where, they were showing him stills from his video camera where he was showing his fucking dick to a kid, and they're like, "Is this you?" And he's like, "Oh, I didn't send her any pictures." Like, that is stills from your camera, you can't. Like you're not getting out of this where, like, the way he said it was like if he expected to go, "Oh, well, Mr. Armstrong, there's clearly been a mistake here. We're so sorry for wasting your time. My partner here is going to give you a lift home, and please accept, the apologies of the entire department." G'day, James Dean.
I'm not understanding something, apparently.
Clearly.
Well, that's clear.
When they say media, I automatically think, the internet, news.
Yeah, news.
Social media.
Well, the news. You just said the news.
The
Wasn't
news,
that video on the news?
No, that video was right before the news.
Fucking hell.
Before the news.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You know what I mean, Lorne. It's on the TV.
It's on the TV, yes.
Media. That's what the media is. Television. Any form of media.
Fuck me, this is ridiculous.
But I don't go searching for it. I never have.
Like, this is 7 minutes, and Casey is still trying to explain to him a very, very basic concept.
Okay, you're not searching for it, but you saw it on TV and was aroused by it.
But I was never aroused by it.
You had to have been. How else would you have failed the question? Deep down, you must know the answer to these things because you failed it. Because you failed the question and then you...
That's what I'm not understanding is how can I fail that question if I was never aroused by it? I was pissed off by it.
Well, you had to have been aroused by it. Somewhere in your deep down subconscious, you were aroused by it. You got a boner. You said you fantasized about it.
No, I didn't get a boner.
Because I can't, Casey.
No, I was not aroused.
Then why do they say that you said you were?
I don't know. But you look at everything that he said on all the other ones. He said the same thing that I was sexually stimulated, basically by everything I did. Anything I mentioned, sexually aroused, sexually stimulated.
Well, what else did they say you mentioned?
On everything that he put on there.
The only thing you mentioned was like what though? Because I only see where you mentioned the high school girls and the 9-year-old. What else did he say made you aroused?
I'm going back to the page again here.
Okay, well you should find it and know what you're talking about before you say something. And the girl from Little House on the Prairie. He said that as well.
Okay, and I never said that I was roused by that.
What does it say on there about the Little House on the Prairie girl?
He acknowledged watching Little House on the Prairie and masturbating to Mary. He did not indicate what age she was at the time.
So saying that I did not say I was aroused by it. But he said that he watched it and masturbated to it. Like, how is he this? Oh, I never said aroused. I said I masturbated. G'day, freaky gyrations. Sorry, I've missed a few people that have come in. Kemley and yeah. Hello to anyone I missed.
There you go.
Yeah, okay. It wasn't the age that she was on Little House on the Prairie. I had seen her in an adult show.
What show?
I don't remember the name of it. It was years ago that I saw her. I remember that I had a crush on her when I was younger.
But what was happening in the show?
I don't know. All I remember was she didn't look hardly anything like what she did in Little House on the Prairie anymore, and she had short hair. And I remember she was a reporter or something. Seems like she was a reporter or something like that. But I remember her standing there talking to somebody else, and when they showed the list of the actresses, that's when I noticed their name, and the actors, and I noticed their name, and that's when I paid attention to them.
And it was a show or a movie?
It was one of them Lifetime movies. I guess it was a Lifetime movie, or similar to a Lifetime movie.
So then why didn't you say that you jerked off to a girl on the TV? Why did you mention Little House on the Prairie?
Because I remembered that I used to have a crush on her when I was a kid. When I used to watch Little House on the Prairie.
Well, then how come you just didn't say I masturbated to an actress I saw on TV?
I don't know, because I was just spurting out stuff that was in my head that I remembered.
And the issue is what is in your head. That is the thing that everyone has an issue with. And g'day to Pantsu and Peter O'Keefe and Shawshank Subrahmyan and Jinx. G'day to you all.
Didn't have any reason behind it. I just remembered I had a crush on her.
There's a reason you mentioned these things to them, Lorne. You didn't just blurt things out. That makes no sense. Like, why did the 9-year-old girl even be brought up in the first place? What was the question he asked you after you took the polygraph that made you mention the 9-year-old girl on TV?
Let me see. Let me think.
Because I'm assuming they wanted some sort of explanation as to why you failed that question.
No, we were talking about stuff, and he asked me if there was anything that I wanted to talk about and that bothered me, and I said, yeah. I said, there's a thing on TV before the news at 5 o'clock every morning that bothers me. And actually, I think I mentioned it to Sean in class, too.
So they asked you just an open-ended, is there anything bothering you? And instead of answering, yeah, my brother's drinking, or something like that, you went to a very specific...
I list off things that bother me. He asked me about everything. He basically asked me if anything's bothering me before I take the test, and then after I take the test. But I told him that commercial bothered me, and I told him why.
He asked you the question before or after you failed the polygraph?
He asked me before if there's anything that I want to talk about, or anything bothering me, or anything that would be relevant to the test that I think would bother me, or that that is bothering me, or would be relevant to the test.
How would that affect the test, though? Because the question was, have you seen any sexual media or something like that?
Somehow it's relevant to it, because they want to know what's in your head.
Well, how is a 9-year-old girl relevant to a failed test about jerking off to minors?
Because it bothered me seeing that on there. Minnie, what the fuck are you doing?
Let's change the subject.
It bothered me seeing that on there with her wearing the short dress because of all the predators that are in the world, she's a victim and a target.
Lorne,
So that bothered
you're one of the predators in the world.
me.
It makes no sense to mention it. I saw
G'day, Miss Tree One.
the video.
Well, I can't.
And especially, Lord, because you are a predator. Why would you mention that?
Because it's something that bothers me. I was being honest about shit. I can't tell you to a T exactly what what was said because, it was how long ago? Well over a year ago.
Well, this thing says it was in March of this year.
You're talking about the date of the psych evaluation. Okay, well, the date of that polygraph was back then.
The date of the polygraph's irrelevant because you failed it and then admitted to looking at the 9-year-old. I don't care if it was 15 years ago, 50 years ago, or yesterday.
Well, we're gonna those questions are gonna come up on there. I'm gonna find a way to see if I can find a way to get Ashley to have him ask that specific question. If I ever stated that I get aroused by a 9-year-old on TV.
Well, why would they make?
Any 9-year-old.
Why would they make?
This is important, Casey, because the fact that him putting stuff on there that I never said, and then me going down and doing a psych evaluation, it makes it false. She goes by what he puts on there.
I'm asking you what?
But g'day, Pack Loner and Bunny. But like a polygraph test, they just ask you yes or no questions, and the machine records the response based on how your body reacts to it. Like, he keeps saying that they put stuff on there, but that's not what a polygraph technician would do. Like, they don't put anything in depth on there. They simply, they record the question they ask, and they record what the polygraph test shows in terms of reaction. Like, he's not sitting there writing out, all this stuff like you claim. And g'day, Dean Fulford.
She goes by what Sean puts on there too.
Okay, great.
You notice she could go by anything I put on there.
Why would they make any of it up? What do they have to gain? Other than losing their job, what would be the purpose of lying about all of this? All of them. All those people you mentioned, every one of them lied?
That's what I would like to know. What do they have to gain?
Nothing. Like, you were basically given the answer in the question. All right, we'll go on to episode 47.
Why would they make any of it up? What do they have to gain? Other than losing their job, what would be the purpose of lying about all of this? All of them. All those people you mentioned, every one of them lied?
That's what I would like to know. What do they have to gain? What did they have to gain from putting that on there? Not a damn thing.
Well, and they acknowledge that you're a known liar.
That's right. That's the key, Lorne. Like, they don't have anything to gain by lying. They're putting it on there because that is what happens. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't mean shit to them if, your fake girlfriend, knows that you're a pedo, or it doesn't mean shit to them if you can somehow try to convince your fake girlfriend that you're not. Like, it doesn't rate for them.
So they have to go by what you say and what they say.
By what Sean says?
Well, if you just told the truth, they wouldn't need to take anyone else's opinion.
I've told the truth the whole time.
No.
They say on there that you're a known liar.
Of course they say that.
Why, of course?
I'm a known liar. They know me better than I know me.
You've admitted that you lied to them.
Yes, I have some. Because I didn't trust
You said
them.
you lied because you didn't trust them.
It's not up to you whether you trust them or not, Lorne. You don't have the rights you think you have. You lost your rights when you tried to fuck a kid. Okay? Like, you don't need to trust them. It doesn't matter if you trust them. You need to follow the rules that they set.
I've never lied to Ashley. I've never lied to Julie. And you'll never find me
Bullshit.
lying to you again.
Yeah, you'll never find me lying to you. So not that I won't lie to you, you'll never find out about it. Although I bet you will.
And, I mean, a licensed psychologist came to that conclusion after they spoke with you.
Yeah, after she spoke with me. So it doesn't matter what test she gives me, she's still going to go by what the polygrapher says and what Sean says.
And what you said.
No, she didn't go by anything I said.
She takes all of it into consideration when doing a psychological evaluation of you.
Yeah. And they know me better than I know me. That's what they're telling me.
Well, you're the one who said this was some smoking gun to get you off probation.
Yeah, well, I thought
You
it
did
was
say
until
that,
you
Lou.
made me realize that wasn't that.
So you read it?
Yeah, that it was me, my self-description. Until I realized that. It really sucks having somebody else tell you that they know you better than you know yourself.
Well, that's what a psychologist does, Lorne. You say all the time that you're confused while you do things. You don't know why you've done certain things. It's that person's job to figure it out for you because you don't know yourself.
No, it's the counselor's job to help me figure it out. Not the psychologist's job.
Okay. Or someone who's a trained professional psychologist.
When I'm being told it's not the polygrapher's job either.
You keep mentioning the polygrapher. I'm talking about the person who did the psychological evaluation.
Yeah, I'm saying that because she's going by what they say, by what they're saying. She didn't say anything different than what they said. Anything that I said was irrelevant.
So what did you say when you talked to her? What kind of
Well, it's not irrelevant. It's just it would hold fairly low weight. Like when they do an assessment, they would take everything into account. They would take the polygraph into account. They would take your past crimes into account. They would take your lack of participation in therapy or class into account, and they would take reports from the class. They would take all of that into account. And what you say would hold very little weight because A, you're a known liar, and B, like, of course you're going to give the best representation of yourself. Like, so it is amazing that he thinks he could go in there and say, oh, I'm not attracted to children at all. And they'll be like, okay, well, let's sign the paperwork and get you out of here, sir.
questions did the person ask?
I don't know. There was a lot of questions.
Like what?
There was a whole screen of things where I don't remember now. There was a whole screen of questions where she had me answer like 50 questions on one screen. Then she pulled up another screen. I had to answer 50 of those questions.
If you don't remember the questions, then how do you know she's not taking what you said into consideration? Because you don't even remember what was asked.
When I was reading the questions, I knew what was asked, and I answered the questions. I didn't memorize them all. I didn't memorize any of them. I just answered the questions that was asked of me. Then she put up a test with all these different.
So how do you know she didn't take any of your answers into consideration?
It's obvious she didn't.
How do you know?
She's going by what they said, saying that I'm attracted to children.
Well, how do you know she didn't take your answers into consideration?
Because if she had, she wouldn't be saying that I was attracted to children. She pulled them. She gave me this test, Casey. It was like about 100 different people on it. There are pictures of people to say so you can point out which ones you're attracted to and which ones you're not. None of them that came up that I was attracted to was any kids. And she even put up.
Well, then you answered at least.
Huh?
Well, it depends. Were you honest in the questions?
Yeah, I was.
Because I doubted that if you thought a 9-year-old girl was attractive, I seriously doubt you would answer that question honestly.
I'm not attracted to them anyway.
I know, but what I'm saying, Lorne, let's just say that you were sexually attracted to 9-year-olds. Would you have answered that question honestly on the test?
How can I say that? Because I'm honestly not attracted to them.
But she's asking you a hypothetical.
I'm saying if you were, would you have said yes or no?
Yeah, because
when
I
they
had
asked
to be
you
honest
that?
on it. I had to be honest on it.
Oh,
yes. So what are you saying?
You are meant to be honest all the time with this, but you never are. So what evidence can you provide to them or Casey or whoever to say that this time, for whatever reason, you were honest? I mean, you were meant to be honest in all your class leading up to this point. You never were. So how are they going to believe? Okay, Lorne finally gets it. You know, to be a better person, he needs to be honest. So he is going to do it right from now.
What would your answer be if they asked you?
No, because I'm not attracted to them.
Do you not understand what I'm asking?
I understand what you're asking.
You were
Even if I were.
to a 9-year-old, and they asked you if you were attracted to a 9-year-old, would you answer yes or no?
If I was attracted to a 9-year-old, I would answer yes.
No, you would not.
Why wouldn't I? I'm there, and I'd be there to have them help me fix a problem.
Oh, you are.
Why are you honest?
You are there now for them to try to help you fix a huge fucking problem. Like, this is so ridiculous. Like, you can't ignore your past. You can't, especially for something as big as an attraction to children, where there has been one completely documented case on it, and several others, two documented in our cases, if you consider MySpace Molly, but multiple other ones. Like, if you didn't have an attraction to children, that wouldn't have happened. Like this is just fucking ludicrous. Like, you can't deny that, and you've done nothing to work on that, and that kind of stuff doesn't just go away. Like, it's not just going to clear up on its own. Like, this is really fucking infuriating, to be honest.
Sometimes, and not others, if it's something that makes you look bad.
I don't like looking bad.
Yes. No one does.
But I can honestly say that if I was attracted to him, I would answer yes, because then I know that it would be a problem that would need to be fixed.
It's fucking bullshit.
So then how come you kept so much information from them before?
Because I didn't trust them.
Yeah, but they're there to fix you and help you.
Yeah, the psych eval, the psych doctor, I wasn't dishonest with her before either. I was honest with her before because I trusted her the first time. That's not the first time I've seen her.
Yeah, you were honest with her, and then she took it on. Yeah, you were honest with her, and she came to the conclusion in that paperwork. And you don't like what she has to say about you because she sees through your bullshit. And now you think she's a liar too, even though you believed her when you thought that your self-assessment was the whole thing.
Yeah, because I thought she was actually seeing me.
Well, she was.
Yeah.
If you wrote it down, you just don't like the conclusion she came to.
No, I
because
don't.
it shatters your reality.
Shattered my reality. It's somebody telling me that I'm something that I'm not.
But when you thought...
G'day, ADD.
she was telling you what you wanted to hear, that's when you said she was smart and you believed her.
When I wanted to hear was what the actual truth is.
And that's
Not just what I
she
want
did.
to hear, it's what the actual truth is. You think maybe probation's having a problem with acknowledging the truth?
They have nothing to gain from lying.
No. They just have an internet full of people that are on their asses writing them shit all the time.
But that would have no impact.
I mean, you failed the polygraph. I don't even understand how you're arguing this.
Even Chris Hansen is writing to him, tell him how upset about he is about them letting me on the internet.
You failed the polygraph, Lorne.
Yeah,
Yep.
I know.
I don't care about what.
How can he just say that after basically asserting his innocence, and it's all a conspiracy against him, and she's like, Lorne, you failed a polygraph. It's like, yep, I know. Like, you can't just ignore
They're
that.
writing or what you think probation is doing to keep you in class. You failed the polygraph with the question about being sexually attracted to girls from ages 10 to 14 and a question about looking at media of children.
I'm going to talk to Ashley and see about getting them questions put back on there.
What are you wanting them to ask?
I want them to ask if I ever stated that I was sexually attracted to a minor.
Okay.
To a 9-year-old.
Okay.
But see, then you can just lie. Like, so he wants them to write a test where they say, Lorne, did you tell us that you were attracted to a 9-year-old? And he can be like, nope, no, I didn't. But that's still a lie. Like it's so stupid.
I never stated to him that I was.
And all that would happen, I mean, they wouldn't agree to this because this is just wasting their time to try to fucking fool a fake person. But what would happen if they did just go, you know what, just fucking, appease the dickhead? They'd go, okay, Lorne, did you admit to us that you were attracted to a 9-year-old girl that you saw singing the national anthem? No, sorry, they'd be like, did we write? I've lost my train of thought. He has broken my brain. But essentially, they would ask him, did this happen? And he would say no, and they'd write, Lorne Armstrong has responded no. We have on record, the opposite. And then he would take that back to Casey because he wouldn't have read the report properly. And then, Casey would then point out, yeah, but they're just saying what you said, and they've also, provided evidence that this is false. They'll be like, oh, I didn't realise that. Oh.
What about the high schoolers?
The high schoolers, I was honest about that. I was honest with him about it. And I know that's why I failed it, because I wasn't thinking about it like that. It's the exact same thing I explained to you. I just wasn't thinking about it like that until it was explained to me that, it's the same thing. And after they explained that to me, I didn't do it anymore.
Well, then wouldn't you fail that question if you ever mentioned you were sexually attracted to minors? Because high school girls are minors. And you just said you admitted it to them.
Right, but it's like at the time I was thinking about girls that was my age when I was that age. So I wasn't.
But you still failed it. But you knew deep down they weren't your age.
Like this, you were thinking about girls that were your age when you're that age. So essentially you're saying you're thinking about girls that were, say, 15 or whatever when you were 15. But you are now a 50-year-old man thinking about 15-year-old girls. That is, there's no way you can slice it to be any different, because all you have to go on is what they look like at that age. And g'day, Tiana James.
Yeah, I failed it because I wasn't thinking about
And
it
Jason Spears.
correctly, in the way that I should have been thinking about it.
No, you failed it because that is the truth of the matter. You told the truth. You told the truth about it, and you failed. Like, that's what it comes down to.
You don't fantasize about your one-night stands or any of the women you've had sex with.
Exactly.
Like, why did you
No,
fantasize
yeah.
about girls from high school?
It was only that time there. That's the only time I did that. I did that.
Oh,
I think I masturbated to 2 girls that I used to go to school with.
So, wasn't the only time, and even if it was the only time, that doesn't make any difference. If you masturbate to the thought of your kid once, it's still abhorrent. Like, there's no like, oh, you only did it once, that's cool. Like,
That
what?
was all that I did. No,
it said 5 girls.
5 girls. Well, no, wait. Sharing. Also.
He remembers their fucking names. Fuck you. All right. We'll do the next episode, then we'll finish up. But I do want to have a little bit of a break and watch some Aussie Man reviews because, quite frankly, he is annoying the fuck out of me at the moment. So let's laugh at some Destination Fucked. Where are we? There we are.
Spin, he stacks it. Oh, and in the background, the board sends a spectator to Destination Fucked. Right in the face. Here we have an old house being bullied by a front loader. But the house says, mate, I'm gonna drag you down to Destination Fucked as well, you wanker. The humans look like they've seen it all before. This one was sent in by an Aussie Man fan called Evan. He wanted to share his first wakeboarding experience, and he's fucked it. Destination Fucked is like Atlantis. Some people believe they can find it underwater. I reckon surfers are the most dedicated when it comes to trying to find the mysterious location. Commencing countdown, engines on, check ignition, and we have liftoff! Ice hockey players spend more time in Destination Fucked than Australians do in Bali. This mouse is like, Destination Fucked doesn't even exist. You can't send me somewhere that's not real. Then in comes a chook to debunk the mouse for being a denier. We are now beginning our descent into Destination Fucked. We hope you enjoy your stay. Don't forget to pick up your complimentary morphine, Panadol, and a carton of mid-strength beer to recover. A variety of airlines do fly into Destination Fucked. It is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Look at this little fella. He's excited. He's off to check out the red light district. Yay, I've graduated. After party at Destination Fucked. Here's another one that was sent into me desk. I believe these fellas are trying to send their mate to Destination Fucked by giving him a roofie. Little do they know this wanker has had plenty of roofies. Gee, we might have found someone immune to Destination Fucked. It's nice to see that kids have outdoor hobbies. Unfortunately, outdoor hobbies can fucking backfire. There's nothing more satisfying in life than doing car stunts on an unpredictable frozen pond. I mean, have a look at these fucking Bonza donuts. You can get a whole day of entertainment out of this. In fact, the driver will be here all day because the pond has swallowed his car. That Destination Fucked Atlantis theory is not a bad one.
You have plans to become more than you are.
Welcome
Let's
to
watch one
Fight
more.
Day. Here we have a young fella struggling with his pants. He really wants to smash old mate, but he trips himself up. He manages to get to his feet, and now he mounts a big attack. A series of lightning fast kicks.
This may be like footage of Lorne and Roy fighting.
Fortunately,
I'm
he
not sure.
is struggling with the concept of distance. Old mate is like, can you fuck off home? Stop talking, your breath bloody stinks. fuck, you need a girlfriend. Now the young fella manages to connect, and it is game on! He tries another kick, but ends up having to ninja roll back to safety. Now he manages to sneak back in, and there's a massive hammer fist that's gonna leave a bruise, some open-handed slappy slaps, but he goes down like a sack of shit. A relentless sack of shit, however. Old mate grabs him by the scruff of the neck, and he goes down again. He needs to try something new, so he creates an optical illusion, which causes dizziness and confusion, and it fucking worked! Let's see what these dickheads can do when it comes to wrestling and their ground game. Old mate quickly manages to regain control. Fuck, he's a slippery bastard, and he's never gonna give up that ciggy. Now he's calling the fella's mother. He's like, yep, your son tried to pick a fight with me on the front lawn again. The wanker needs a girlfriend. See ya. She says she'll try to find him a girlfriend. Anyway, the young fella is allowed up, and he's like, why the fuck did you have to call my mother?
That was great. All right, we'll get back into it. And good night, Died by myself. I'm glad you could catch the stream as well. So on to episode 48, and then we might finish up after this one.
How come you don't fantasize about your one-night stands or any of the women you've had sex with?
Valid
Like, why did you
question.
fantasize about girls from high school?
It was only that time there. That's the only time I did that. I did that.
Oh,
I think I masturbated to two girls that I used to go to school with. That was all that I did. Oh no!
it said 5 girls.
5 girls. Well, wait. Sharing.
I mean, you can try to think of the names. It doesn't matter. But the point is, well, it says 5, and the point is, normal men do not think about young girls like that.
Yeah, well, I don't now.
Yep. Well,
I didn't.
Well, and so you
I didn't
you
think of it in that aspect.
so you masturbated the one time to the thought of all 5 girls at one time.
I don't think I did it any more than that one time. Each. Probably each.
So you did it 5 separate times.
Probably.
Oh, probably.
Probably. What do you want me to answer? Yes?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember. I can't tell you. I can't be honest with you about that because I don't know.
But you're acting like this shouldn't be a big deal to me.
It was a mistake that I made it was a thinking error that I had. It wasn't something that if I would have been thinking a different way that I would have done.
Right. If you were thinking a different way, you wouldn't have done it. But you had a pedophile mind, and you did it.
That's not why I did it.
Well, it is though, because normal adults don't think about people from their high school.
They don't?
No, normal adults don't do that. Normal ones don't.
They don't think about what if I would have wound up with this girl from school.
That's not what it was. You were thinking sexually about them, not wondering what would happen if you dated her in the future.
I know, but I was thinking about her back then because that's the only thing I remembered that.
that's right. That's right. So you're jerking off to the thoughts of a kid. There is no way you can slice this and put it into a good light. There is no way you can talk your way out of this. G'day, Harvey, 1991.
It looked like.
Exactly, and what I'm saying, normal people don't think like that, Lorne.
so tired of being evaluated. You know, I want you, Casey, and you're the only one that I want. I'm not attracted to anybody else anymore. I don't even look at anybody else.
But you committed the crimes, and the evaluation is part of the consequence. And you keep being evaluated because you keep fucking up and you don't take treatment seriously. There's a part in there where she mentions, she asks you to think of something that you learned from class, and she said you couldn't think of anything at all.
Oh, I can think of things, it's just a matter of listing them off. I'm not good at it. You experience it yourself all the time. You ask me a question, and I get to remember something, and I get lost on it. I just can't remember it right off.
Exactly, you can't remember. It means you weren't paying attention. You've been in this class for like 5 times longer than the average person. You should be able to think of something that you learned. She said you couldn't think of a single thing.
It doesn't mean that I'm not paying attention.
If you can't think of something you learned, it absolutely means you were not paying attention.
It doesn't mean that I weren't paying attention.
Well, then what did you learn? You'd have to know something you learned. She even said she wasn't asking for anything specific, like to memorize like specific tools you learned. She just wanted you to name something at all that you learned.
I know you're waiting for me to say something.
Yeah, absolutely. G'day, Road Scholar.
It's not funny, Lorne. I don't know why you're laughing. It's not funny to me.
Yeah, fucking right, it's not funny. It's not funny to me either. It sucks for me because my memory goes blank.
And why are you laughing?
Because I can't believe that my mind goes blank constantly. Like, it sucks. It's like, I can't believe it fucking happens again. So, no, it's not funny.
There's absolutely nothing about this that I find funny.
There's nothing that I find funny
I'm
about
taking
it
it
either.
very seriously, Lorne. It's alarming.
I mean, fuck it. It's like I'm dealing with this constantly. There's nothing funny about it to me at all.
So, and g'day, Hardcore Poetry.
I think it goes blank because you can't think of an excuse that I'll believe that will get you out of it.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. And this is the same thing that always happens with Lorne. Whenever it's something that puts him in a good light, or he wants to give shit to someone about, he's got a crystal clear memory. But whenever the truth is, and the only answer he can come up with is something that is bad, amnesia. No fucking idea. And g'day, Sam Fordyce.
No, Casey. It goes blank just because I'm trying to think of specific things, and I can't pinpoint specific things.
I don't want anything specific. I just want a general thing you learned in class.
A general thing I learned in class. God, see, my mind's goes blank again. What the fuck?
Well, you just said you were thinking of something specific and you couldn't think of anything.
I said I was trying to think of specific things.
Just one thing. One thing, Lorne.
Right now, it's like my mind is going 100 miles an hour.
Well, slow down.
Things.
This isn't a race. This isn't like a timed quiz.
And see, this is the thing. Had he actually engaged in class and had he actually made improvements, it would be very easy to come up with one thing he has learned. He'd be able to come up with a lot of things, but it'd be very easy to come up with one thing. But he can't get anything.
Take a deep breath and tell me something you learned from class.
It's upsetting to me because it happens to me all fucking time.
Oh, God. Like, he is such a child. Like, this is what children do. When children get put under pressure and they've got no way out, they just go straight to tears. Because, that's their defense mechanism. That's, hoping that the other person will just feel sorry for them and, let up.
I've learned that kids are very vulnerable.
That's what you learn in class.
I've always known that they're vulnerable and innocent and precious, and
Oh, don't
you
say
have to
precious.
be watched out for. But I've learned how much.
How much?
I've learned how precious they are and how much they have to be watched out for.
So, okay, well, why do kids need to be looked out for?
Why?
Yeah.
Because
Why?
the minds aren't fully developed, and they're vulnerable to things that they don't know about.
And you said you didn't know that before class?
I knew it, but I didn't know the depth. I didn't know the depth of how much in danger they could be.
Well, what's the dangers they can be?
Lorne, you were one of their prime dangers. Like, how could you not know? Like, this is like a fucking, lion sitting there going, oh, I didn't realise how, how precious and how in danger gazelles were. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, you're a fucking predator.
And
There's some very serious dangers out there.
You
mm-hmm.
are one of them.
Some very sick dangers.
So, what did you learn about the dangers that a kid could get into?
Well, I've learned that's the reason I got kicked out of the class.
Huh?
There was one specific one that bothered me a lot because he talked about it like it was nothing.
Alright, you're not answering the question. I'm saying, what did you learn about the dangers kids can find themselves in? What are they?
They can be manipulated easily.
How so?
Just by talking to a stranger. By thinking that they can trust somebody right off the bat.
By, saying, have you ever seen anything on here that made you say, wow?
Just because they're an adult.
See ya, Jeff Horбачuk. Thanks for being
They're
here.
an authority figure. If they're an authority figure, being an adult, kids all look at adults as authority figures.
But these are like common sense things. I'm just confused how you didn't know these before you took the class?
I've known them before.
Well, then give me something you learned. Something you didn't know before taking the class.
I've learned the depth of the problem. I've learned.
What are the depths of the problem?
About 5'7" with boots on.
Guys out there with warped minds.
Well, that's common sense. I'm saying, what's something that you did not know prior to being in class?
See, this is why I was looking for specifics before.
This is so rough for Lorne. All right. So that's that one. So we're gonna leave it there, guys. This was, I mean, this was some really infuriating calls, but some really good ones as well. I feel like the first couple were very funny. The next few were very frustrating. So a good mix in there. Look, so I'm going to start wrapping it up. So thanks very much for being here, guys. It's always so much fun getting to hang out with you all. I hope you've had a great day and have a great rest of your night. G'day, Edge of the Chair. Just get in there at the end. And hopefully we'll be back for another stream either tomorrow or the next day. So until then, don't forget to delete your archives. Okay, bye guys.